The horn on my OBS has stopped working recently. So today, we're going to go through some basic troubleshooting to see where my problem is. There can be a multitude of reasons to why the horn stopped working. A broken wire, bad ground, or even just a dead horn. However, the best way to pinpoint the exact location is through this wiring diagram. Starting from the top, we have this 30 amp fuse that sees constant power. This is located in the fuse box underneath the hood. This 30 amp fuse is for the horn. Let's test it out. And we have power on both sides, so that fuse is good. Next is the relay. It's located in that same box. To test it, all we have to do is listen for a click when we press the horn. Now, this doesn't always mean that the relay is good, but it does show that the switch, aka the horn button, is operating properly. So this side of the wiring diagram should be good. Now, you can test the relay separately if you wanted to, but I'm actually going to see if there's power making it to the connector. If the light doesn't come on, that means our problem lies within the wiring or possibly the relay. But that's not the case here. The horn is getting power. So by using the wiring diagram, we focused in on two possible problems: a bad ground or a dead horn. First, let's test the ground. For this, I'll be removing the horns to clean all the rust off of the bracket. It is a bit of a hassle to do, as both of the horns are tucked behind the passenger headlight. But once the bezel is removed, we have direct access. There's just one bolt holding the assembly onto the rad support. So now that we got the horns out, this metal bracket is what grounds the circuit. And judging by how much rust is on it, I doubt it was making a good connection. There's multiple ways to remove rust, but the fastest for me is using a belt sander. Some 240 grit should make easy work of the rust. The only problem is that the bracket has a lot of pitting. I could soak it in vinegar, but I really don't want to wait that long. So by taping the grounds off and adding a light coat of paint, it should slow the rust down. As for the grounds, some dielectric grease was added to prevent the rust from returning. The horns themselves are also rusty, but as long as the power and ground are clean, they should work just fine. However, while looking at the wiring diagram, I did find another problem. I'm completely missing one of the wires. And after looking for a while, I found what's left of it crimped in place. I do want both of the horns to work as intended, so let's add another wire. The old connector does have to get chopped off and replaced with one of these guys. Since this system can possibly see 30 amps, this connector is rated for all the way up to 48 amps. The only problem is the wire gauge. It has to be between 10 and 12 gauge to be crimped properly. So with the help of an online calculator, I found that adding a 12 gauge wire to the original gives us a combined gauge of 11, which is perfect. Finally, we can plug everything in and test the horn. That is much better. It looks like it was just a bad ground in my case. However, by following each step, you should be able to pinpoint where the problem is coming from. So that's one way to fix the horn on an OBS. If you want to see more repairs like this, you could check out this video right here.